What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Coach Chillstream call-in show for you. That's exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got so much that we could talk about. And just think about it. The Flash comes out tomorrow. Indiana Jones is coming out in 2 weeks. There is so much going on. And if you want to call in and talk anything Star Wars and Ahsoka or whatever, the phone lines are going to be open here in a moment. I am going to be joined by our good friend, X Wing. He is going to join me on this call in show so he and I can have a conversation between calls. And he can also give his take on everything that we are discussing. So I'm excited. You know, it's summertime here in Coach's world. So I made a video for Echo Base Network tonight. I made a video earlier in the day for Coach's Archives. I watched a little Silo today, and special moment for me. I sat down in the living room with my oldest daughter. She's 15, and we watched Georgie girl, my girl. We watched Dune Part One today. Georgie girl. Could there be any better timing than that? So me and my oldest daughter watched Dune Part One today. We started it like 3 or 4 days ago. We watched like the first 30 minutes ish, and today we finished it, and it was such a treat to be able to sit there and watch something that I love. And oh man, I wish y'all could have seen my daughter's face when the sandworm comes up out of the sand at the end of the movie. And we paused it so many times because she would have questions and need explanation, which is totally fine. And she says, "Daddy, I feel like I need to read the book." And I said, "I can take care of that." So I came into my office and I gave her my copy of Dune, and she's going to start reading it. So I am like the proudest dad ever today. So, and my other daughter, she's in there watching like Serendipity or something. So she's not one of us. She's not. So, anyways, guys, that is just awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Man, I love you guys. You wanted it, you got it. You want more call in show where you get to call me up and give your takes and your thoughts and share whatever's on your mind. So, that is what we are doing tonight. This is literally, this is your show, your show. So, hail to Dr. Mafia. Jim S. I don't get the misspelling. Did I misspell something, Jim? I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. What is up, my brother Jay? Man, he's going to be watching The Flash. Let's go, my brother. Good to see you, Jay, man. Leia Rose is always in the house. Leia Rose knows, y'all. She knows. Ronnie, what is up, my brother? Ronnie, shoot me a message and let me know what you need me to do, and I'll get it done, man. Maybe even tonight after this stream. Let me know. I don't know what I need to do. Shoot me a Twitter DM, and I will tell you it'll be done tonight. Whatever you need. Mary Lanning is in the house. Hello, Mary, quite contrary. Yes, she is. Paul, Master Paul, with the Star Wars guys. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Master Paul and the white cable of death. Only like real serious EBN fam knows about that. You know, that's like rite of passage kind of stuff. King's Advisors, what is up, bro? Good to see you. Andrew, good to see you. Paul, great call the other night. Hope you call again, man. Call in time. That's exactly right. Mr. Dexter Kane is here with us. Good to see you. Oh, that's a bear, y'all. Sorry. I know that was not a good bear. Debbie Young, Mama Bear, is in the house. Let me sip my coffee here. I had some sangria earlier with my dinner. and I'm trying to I am a mega, mega lightweight. It does not take much. So I'm trying to shake it off and get back to normal. All right. Debbie Young, what is going on? The wonderful, beautiful Leia Rose in the house. Moggs E, what is up, Moggs? Doc Fortune, what is up, Doc? My brother, good to see you. Oh, so you could do that thing? Oh, yeah, let me know. Dan Grissom, Disney releases its Pixar film Friday and is expected to deliver disappointing news. Elemental is projected to take in just 31 to 41 million this weekend. That would be among the lowest debuts ever for Pixar. And I will not be surprised, my friend. Honestly, I really won't be. But thank you for that update. That is awesome. Darcipio, what is up? Yeah, it is. It's if you can make yourself love the Frank Herbert novel, good on you. That is really, really good. If you can do that. If you can do that. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Spicy Potato is here. What is up? Donovan Bradford, what is up? Good to see you as well. Lego Anakin Skywalker is in the house as well. So that catches us up. Hello to everybody. I got to do it. I got to bring in my partner here on tonight's call in stream, my brother from the Hangar Bay X Wing. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Now, look, hang on now. I don't do too many streams with you, like ever, I don't think, where we talk
Been a
about
while.
where we talk about something that's not Star Wars.
Oh, what are we talking about?
So we're opening this up to anybody, but I'm going to imagine that we're going to have some Indy 5 talk tonight.
Oh boy.
And I wouldn't be shocked if we're going to get some Flash talk. What do you think about Flash? Comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, this is one of those things with Ezra Miller. Oh boy. For thee, not for me. Seems like he's kind of gotten away with murder with all the stuff that he's done. But hey, if it puts butts in seats, keep them on.
Yeah, that's true. So there's one big draw for me in this movie, and I'm going to go see it Friday in the mid-afternoon.
Michael Keaton.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, if he wasn't in the movie, I'm not sure I'd be going. But that, to me, that's like, all right, I went and saw Batman in 1989 with my mother. And I get to go see Michael Keaton as Batman again in the theater with my family. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. You know,
It's a bit of a gotcha.
it is definitely.
But hey,
that.
if it works, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. So here's, Nick has been a co-host on the call-in shows, and I think he's the only one. So here's how this is going to work, because this is a little logistically difficult. So the best way that we're going to do this is I'm going to open up the line. We're going to get phone calls. You're going to be able to hear them, but they're not going to be able to hear you. So after every call, I will shut it down and you and I can catch up and you can add anything you'd like to add to the conversation. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So once we get rolling, we'll get in a little rhythm and it'll all make perfect sense. Phil McCracken, Uncle Phil McCracken has been a member for 15 months. He sends in a baby. He sends in a baby chat. He sends in a member chat. He says, "Call me baby." Really? Seriously? Sometimes I wonder about EBN. Now, I thought it said "call me maybe."
I think it says "call me maybe." I mean, I could be wrong, but
I hope I did not say "call me." Yeah, it says maybe. It says "call me maybe." But okay, that is fine. Good to see you, Uncle Phil. And we have a $2 super chat from Graph Webb, the most consistent man on YouTube. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus every dang day. Graph Webb every day.
I love Graph Webb. Oh, it always reminds me.
Absolutely, he is there to do that. So, hello, Maria. Good to see you.
Still in the joint.
Well, good. All right. So what's going on with you? You just got home from the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to update? Anything pressing before I open this first phone line up?
Got a big, huge announcement coming probably Monday, and I think we're 40 subs away from 10K.
Oh, that is awesome, dude. That
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Real
Great.
cool.
Great. 10K. And you don't even really make videos. You're just a live streamer. That's great.
Yeah,
Imagine
that's
if you
kinda
made
weird.
videos.
It'd probably grow. It'd probably grow.
You'd be bigger than us. Oh, that is awesome, man. Seriously,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Look, I don't know anything about your announcement, so maybe you tell me after the show.
I can do that.
Great.
Got to keep it on the low.
I can do that. I will put it in the vault. The only person I will tell will be
The
Nick.
Twitter vault.
And he'll say, yeah.
At everyone.
For sure. All right, everybody. So you know the drill. If you want to call in the show, I need you to do me one favor before I open the lineup. And this is definitely going to be a little bit different. And I typically don't do things like this, but I was wanting to know if you would help me cheat the system. Will you help me? Will you help Coach cheat the system? And here's how. Open this link right here. I just put it in chat. If you will open that link and have this stream playing on Coach's Archives, because we're probably going to go an hour.
Oh, you're double dipping.
I am. And I only have 300 watch hours X-Wing on my channel.
You need about 3,700 more.
Exactly. I want to reach monetization on my personal channel, so YouTube will start pushing my content out. And right now they're just not. I'm just playing a title game right now. Will people catch it? YouTube doesn't push my stuff out at all. So if you could help me do that, guys, I would be eternally grateful for that. So just hit the link, mute it or whatever, or just watch us over on Coach's Archives. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. But thank you so much for your consideration with that. All right. So now it's time. Let's open up this call-in stream. So welcome to the call-in show. Whatever is on your mind, ladies and gentlemen, give me a ring. Again, you're only going to be talking to me. X-Wing will be able to hear you. So if you have a question for X-Wing instead of me, just say it out loud and I will let you know what X-Wing responds.
Nobody wants to talk to me, man. Come on.
That's not true. And after every call, I'm going to kind of hit the pause button a little bit so X-Wing and I can catch up and discuss your call, and maybe he's got something he wants to add to the conversation. We want to try to keep the calls to 3 minutes or less ish if we can, because we want to give everybody a chance to call that wants to call in. So anyways, and we definitely can see your comments. Sith Assassin, Trayla, and hello to Angelina, and what is up, Jacob Gordon. All right, that's enough from me. And now let's open this thing up to the call-ins. So give me a call, 256-542-1560. That's 256-542-1560. Anybody call. Let me know what is on your mind. When you see the number on the screen, that means it is time to call. I will remove it and have a different picture when we actually have a phone call that is live. So just let you guys know that we got our first now.
Call from
Mama Bear.
To accept, press 1.
I might already have
Is this Mama Bear or is this a troll?
never a troll.
Okay, all right, just checking. So you are live, Mama Bear, with Coach and X-Wing. What is going on? I bet you want to talk Indiana Jones. I know you.
I certainly do. I'm looking forward to it in a kind of anxiety way because I saw your post today. I loved the retrospective tape that they put on.
I agree.
And
It was a featurette.
the featurette. Don't.
Yeah.
It's it's too bad they didn't play that along with the trailer, because that would have been great. Or what they should have done is they should have played that after or before they played the retrospective movie. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
When they had the first Indiana Jones movie out in the theaters last week.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
That would have been spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on, as like the end credit scene. Stick that in there. That would have been good. I told you this, and I'm gonna just say it out loud. Once again, people despise Disney. I'm one of them. They get the criticism that they deserve. The criticism for Little Mermaid, for many reasons, was deserved. However, when my daughter and myself and my granddaughter went to see it, we had such anxiety because we loved that story, but we actually liked the movie. And it was enjoyable to watch. There was a couple parts that we didn't like. Eric's song, it just didn't fit the place it was. It wasn't that the song was bad or that the actor sang it bad. It just didn't seem to fit into the story. And there was a couple little things like how it didn't look like he actually saved her at the end. Everybody knows the story. I'm not giving any spoilers. So to our surprise, we all enjoyed it. And it actually, we all kind of cheered up at the end like we do with the regular.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned that even with this Indiana Jones movie, I am not going to make a judgment on it. I got all worked up for nothing over The Little Mermaid. Not for nothing, but too much hatred was spewed. I'm not sure I want to go there. I mean, I know some of the spoilers. I'm good with that because after The Last Jedi, I don't want to be hurt like I was in that movie. So I don't know everything about it, but I know just enough that I'm not going to be insane. So I'm not going to go in with the judgment that this movie's going to suck right away. I'm going to give it a chance. And I'm going to be relaxed when I go in to see it.
Well, Debbie, I agree. I think that we would be foolish to trust the early access media's reviews. They've shown us many times that the way they perceive a movie and the way that the fandom receives the movie is totally different. So we have to watch it for ourselves without question.
Right. Now, I didn't know anything going into the Transformers movie, and the Transformers movie, as far as I was concerned, everything that had to do with the Transformers was wonderful. The human parts in it were not so good.
Mm-hmm.
That storyline, especially the female lead storyline, it just was, it looked like they cut it up into pieces. It didn't make sense. The brothers storyline seemed pretty good, but it still wasn't the best. But anything that the Transformers were on the screen was magnificent. I simply enjoyed that. So that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I really liked it. So it was very pleasure to watch. And, my son and I went to see it together. So it was great. So I know you want to talk to other people, but I'm not Harrison Ford. I love him. I want this to be good for him. And I'm not a hater of the Crystal Skulls like a lot of people are. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Now, was it my favorite? No. And I think you all know that, but I enjoyed that movie too. So if it's better than the Crystal Skulls, I'm sure everybody's going to like it. But if it's as good as the Crystal Skulls, then it'll be good for me.
I'm with you.
In my point of view. But anyway, I'll let everyone speak out. X-Wing, I love you, missed you. And of course, Coach, I love you. And I'll get those things sent out to you tomorrow.
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you for
being.
It's so appropriate that you were our first caller because you're number one in our heart.
Oh, well, thank you anyway. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye bye. All right, everybody. So now we got to get caught up with X-Wing and see what he has to think about that. So she talked a lot about Transformers. X-Wing, have you seen Rise of the Beast?
I haven't. No, I've played the Fortnite characters,
Okay.
because they're working that stuff in. I got to be honest with you. I was never a huge Transformers person. A lot of the stuff looks cool for the movie. And to be honest with you, a lot of the new Transformer stuff, it's like Michael Bay, big explosions. You don't really have to be that invested in it. It's not a deep story. It's just
Right.
great popcorn film. When it comes to Indiana Jones, I have some faith in James Mangold. I'm totally with Mama Bear, where you never believe critics because they're always wrong. They're always wrong. But having said that, seeing some leaks from Indy 5, knowing the trend of modern cinema, how things have been adapted for a modern audience,
Right.
quotes like Indy saying, I fought the Yahtzees, and she said, yeah, well, you stole from indigenous people. There's some worry about him being Jake Skywalker.
I absolutely agree. And with the current state of Lucasfilm and Disney, you would expect this movie to not go well. I mean, I totally understand that and agree. But I
I
got to
want
tell
to
you,
enjoy it.
yeah. So then this happened today. So you've been busy and you just got home. So if I'm not mistaken, you're about to see this for the first time. Lucasfilm released a 90-second featurette for Indiana Jones. They're finally promoting the movie. And some people in chat hasn't seen this either. So let's take a look at this for just a moment and get X-Wing's response to this video. And then we'll open the phone lines back up again. I do see some people have called, but again, I just want to remind everybody, don't call unless you actually see the number on the screen. I know some of you anticipate that. And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But we will definitely get many more calls tonight. But I want to get X-Wing's thoughts and your thoughts on this video right here without saying anything about it. So here we go.
The first time I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark with an audience, the movie played better than I ever imagined it could.
Stand by the roll, please.
It was entertaining, fun, and incredibly inspiring.
It was a very exciting story to tell. I was really happy.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
I remember exactly the cinema name and the afternoon that I went to see the first Indiana Jones.
I just remember it always being on, just awe and excitement and danger.
This is the franchise that I grew up watching.
Indiana Jones movies would not exist in people's hearts and imaginations without Harrison Ford.
Nobody can play Indiana Jones but him.
What do you think you're doing? Get down! Dad, we're well out of range.
We talk about what is quintessentially Indian. It's a combination of feeling like it's grounded in something historical, but then the adventures sit right on the edge of the supernatural.
And I'm delighted that there still is an interest in the character and the kinds of stories that we tell. I'm thrilled.
All right, here we go. Action!
It feels great to be back as Indiana Jones.
To have a chance as a director to collaborate with him is beyond thrilling.
He's about to stumble into his last great adventure. I've been looking for this all my life.
It takes you right back to what it is that makes the Indy series so unique and so much fun.
Reaction? I mean, even knowing what I know, it's hard not to get hyped about that, man.
Yeah, they do such a good job with those. That's a problem. Like, it's almost hard not to get emotional watching that. I love Indiana Jones, but I've been fooled in the past with trailers. They're really good, and I hate to be such a constant pessimist or a skeptic, but I don't know. You know, the nice thing about this is that we're going to get original music, which is something I think we needed more of. But there's a part of me that's completely jaded when I look at the sequels, and then you go back and you see stuff like this from the original trilogy, and you wonder, how do you top that? How do you add to perfection? It's a losing battle right off the bat. I don't know.
So I told people on the last call-in show that I did a few days ago that I went and saw The Last Crusade in the theater with my grandmother and cousins on a Sunday afternoon in 1989.
Yeah.
And it's like, this movie means more to me than just a movie.
Yeah.
You know, but it's also the kind like if I go and this movie is garbage, that's just going to hurt my heart, man. And make me dislike Disney even more.
That's a tough thing to say, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines for your phone calls. If you got something you want to say, something that's on your mind, you got a question for me or X-Wing, give us a call, 256-542-1560. While we're waiting on your call, our friend Venger with a £4 99 pence super chat. Good morning. I'm in bed with 3 electric fans blowing in this stupid heat. Roll on winter. Brother, hang in there. Hang in there. I know.
Got a way to go.
You gotta be hot. And I am so sorry. I got a caller right now, but I wasn't ready for you. I was just kidding. Now I'm ready. I didn't have the voice app ready to go. So
somebody's going to be mad at you.
Yeah, I apologize. If I could answer your call right now, I would. So call me right back, and it's ready now. It is ready now. Venger, thank you so much for that super chat. We are Echo Base Network, and this video is for you.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
You are live on the air with Coach and X-Wing. Who are we speaking with?
King's Advisors.
King's Advisors, what's up?
Tell him I say what's up.
Not much.
X-Wing said, what's up?
Doing well, X-Wing. How are you? Well, I can't. I'll find out from him later.
He hears you.
So I've got 2 things that I want to talk about. So I'm going to try to be super quick about them.
Go right ahead.
Yesterday, I spent most of the day watching a bunch of Pixar movies. I watched Cars, both Monsters movies, Toy Story 1 and 2, just a whole nostalgia there.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see like the steady decline, not on those movies, because those movies are really good movies. But to see the steady decline in like the storytelling of Pixar over the last, 10 years, I really feel like with the release of Incredibles 2, they just really kind of started saying, okay, we're just going to try to hit one group of demographics every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good anymore. It doesn't give you that feel of almost childhood wonder anymore. And I don't know if that's because I'm just 28 and not a kid anymore, but those other movies still give you that thrill.
I agree with you. I do.
The other thing, I know I only have about 3 minutes. The other thing I want to talk about is we got some reports earlier this morning and last night about news of The War of the Rohirrim, the animated movie that Warner Brothers is doing based on a very small portion of the second chapter of the first appendices of Lord of the Rings. And a bunch of reports that are coming out saying, oh, this is going to be another SJW, another female-led thing. I think it's complete bunkus.
Hey, now let me break in for just a second, Caleb. Are you talking about what they're trying to get Peter Jackson to come back and do?
No. So this is a animated. animated type thing that Warner Brothers is already doing.
Okay.
It's supposed to release next year.
I was not aware of that. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So Fran Walsh, who was one of the co-writers for Lord of the Rings, is writing this, or she's co-writing this, and it's being directed by a guy whose name I cannot pronounce. So apparently they got some footage at a film festival over the weekend, and there are images of. So real quick, the basic story is Helm Hammerhand, the guy that made the horn that Gimli blows in the second movie, goes and basically throws the guy out of his keep, threatens to kill him. Those guys return and basically force him to flee to Helm's Deep, and there's a long winter and stuff happens. People are complaining that they've said that this is going to be from the view of his daughter. There are reports that there is no such daughter. That's patently false. The daughter is mentioned in the appendix. It's just a single sentence. The only thing they've added is they've given her a name. And then they claim there are claims that Edoras burn or gets destroyed in this, when in the appendix it doesn't. The reports don't say destruction. They say things like on fire, which in a battle you would expect a thatched barn would get on fire. So I'm just kind of ranting about the annoyance of someone deciding they were going to get their 5 minutes of fame by taking reports from a film festival and just kind of blowing them way out of proportion.
I got you.
Yeah.
So when does this animated series come out?
So it's a movie, and it's supposed to come out, I think it's slated for around May of next year.
And it's going to cover some of the appendices.
Yeah, so it's basically going to cover about 3 pages of the appendice of the second chapter of the first appendix. And it's the story of the Southerners who, for the War of the Rings, fought on the side of Sauron. Their fight with Helm Hammerhand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting story, and if anyone has the appendices with them, they can read it in about 10 minutes.
I got you. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, hey, go ahead.
It looks great. It looks really good.
Well, that's something we would definitely be watching here for sure. So I didn't even know that was happening. I know that Warner Brothers is in major talks right now with both Peter Jackson and Christopher Nolan of bringing them back into the fold, and they're wanting to get Peter Jackson in on doing a Lord of the Rings live action movie reboot. Thoughts on that?
So everything I've read prior to about the last 2 weeks doesn't mention reboot. Everything I've read basically says that Peter Jackson's interested in telling stories that haven't already been told. So he's interested in doing
reboot the franchise, not taking away from the first 3 movies, but just bringing the franchise back is what they mean by reboot.
It's not redoing his original trilogy.
Correct.
It's giving more stories, putting more stories on physical film that we haven't seen in the theater yet. And that I'm super excited, because you want to talk about a guy that's dedicated to a story. I think George Lucas, there's no one better.
PJ.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you, and I'm on board. So I hope that they come to some type of agreement and give us some more prequel Lord of the Rings action. I would be down.
I would too. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and get
Caleb, you are the man. You are the man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in. Everybody go and subscribe to King's Advisors. And, oh, yeah, we'll holler at you, brother.
Thank you very much.
Later, Gator.
Yep. Bye.
All right. So I'm going to shut it down and get X-Wing back in here. So thoughts on Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, the animated movie that Caleb was talking about?
So I will get into that. I want to address the first thing that he said about Pixar and the loss of the childlike sense of wonder, because I feel like that's so important. And I do often ask myself, have I lost that feeling just because I'm old now? And I think maybe to a degree that could be true, but I can still watch Finding Nemo. I can still watch movies like that and get completely lost. Up, I mean, just really great little animated movies. And still feel that sense of wonder. Even Shrek, man, I love Shrek. I know that's not Pixar, but yeah, it just does feel that way. And a lot of the animated movies that are coming out now are definitely they're box tickers. That's all they are, and that's all they feel like when you watch them. It just feels like a box tick, and that kind of really stinks. When it comes to the story of Helm Hammerhand, they can't tell that story by being soft. They can't. Helm Hammerhand was the definition of BAMF. That guy gets in an argument with the dude, takes him outside the hall. He hits him once in the head with his fist, and the guy dies. That's why he's Helm Hammerhand. And then there's this massive war. Helm Hammerhand goes out in the middle of this winter that they've never seen and starts killing the enemies with his bare hands. And every night before he goes out to let them know he was coming, he would blow the horn. And they all knew they were going to die. And then one day he never comes back, and they find him like frozen, dead, staring in the distance, just frozen solid dead. Like
Wow.
it's such an awesome story. So I don't know how they tell that story by, being soft. If they do tell it from the daughter's perspective, I think it could be cool. Let me tell you the story of Helm Hammerhand. He was a crazy guy, and they tell the story that way. That's totally fine. I trust this. For some reason, I don't know why. I call it a gut feeling. I think this is going to be done well. If it's not, then I'm wrong. But I have a lot more faith in this coming from less oversight and more of an independent studio than I do something with major oversight, like something coming from Lucasfilm. Oh boy.
It's not time to call in yet.
Oh boy.
All right. Hey, isn't your brother like the Lord of the Rings guy?
Oh, big time. Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
we will sit down on a front porch with some pipe tobacco and good whiskey, and we'll talk for 6 hours about our fandoms and the lore from different areas and stuff like that. It's incredible.
That's awesome. And you had him on your channel at one
Yeah,
point.
we've done it twice now. It's called The Brothers Discuss, and we kind of share. Yeah,
I
we
need to
share the
check
love
that
there.
out. Yep, I need to check that out.
I got to get him back on soon.
I read the 3 Lord of the Rings books 15 years ago, and I read The Hobbit 3 or 4 times when I was younger, and read it the last time in college, I believe.
It used to be required reading, didn't it?
It
For
was
some
it was-
curriculum. Yeah,
so
The
it was-
Hobbit.
you would read The Hobbit in like a great books class, a literature
Yeah.
class in college. Yeah. So very, very true. But anyways, all right, let's open these phone lines back up again, everybody. Give us a ring. 256-542-1560 is the number.
And when it comes to rebooting Loader, PJ's going to do a good job. I still feel bad about what happened to him with The Hobbit.
What happened with him with The Hobbit?
He was brought in at the umpteenth hour, basically in the hospital, and tried to fix everything.
Okay. See, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got a phone call now.
Call from
Star Wars dog.
Yay.
What is up, Star Wars dog? Good to see you, my Georgia War Eagle brother.
Hey. So this would be a Alabama call-in stream if I didn't start with ain't played nobody, Paul.
Yeah, that's right.
He's driving again.
Oh. Have you seen the 2024 schedule released today?
2024 schedule release.
Yeah.
I'm not
because
sure.
Oklahoma and
no,
Texas
no.
are coming in.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the rundown. The opponents that y'all will have SEC-wise: Arkansas, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Missouri.
Well, maybe we could beat Vandy.
Y'all, right? Y'all lost to quite a bit east opponent or west opponent.
Right. Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's going to be a big shakeout because of the realignment. They're doing away with divisions and all. And also X-Wing, hello, sir.
He stepped away for a moment.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to touch base with football on that. Hopefully your coach is up to the task this year, his first year there.
We're going to see. I'll be watching.
Yes, yes, sir. I don't really want to get into Star Wars. My heart can't take much.
I understand, bro.
But,
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Well, I'll let you get more call.
Well, what about Indiana Jones? Are you going to go see that?
I was not planning on it, to be honest. Really, going to the movies in general. The last couple of times I've had to yell at a gaggle of kids, and it's just not as enjoyable. And I'd rather wait for it to come out on streaming.
I am totally with you. I enjoy actually going. You have to pay more for it, but I find that it's better to go into, like, when I go to the Monaco and pay for the privé, where it's 21 and up. You can have a drink. You get your own seat. There's far fewer seats up there. And there's no distractions. There's no like little 14-year-olds sitting behind you talking and their phones are going off and they're answering phone calls and farting out loud. I mean, it's rough, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they have one of those in Huntsville, or you got to go to Birmingham?
They have one in Huntsville.
They do? Oh, wow.
Yep. Sure do.
I'll have to see if I have one of those near me. I mean, I'm not far from Atlanta.
I'm sure you can find something great then. Absolutely.
Right.
Well, Star Wars Dog, we appreciate you calling in, man. Be careful on the road, and we will holler at you next time.
All right, buddy.
All right. See you, bro. Later. All right. We're going to keep the phone line open. 256.
You talk about Georgia football the whole time?
He was giving me an update on Auburn, which is not good, by the way. That's my alma mater. Not good, but War Eagle anyways. 256-542-1560. Here's the call.
Call from
Matthew.
Hey, Matthew, you live on the air.
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen? Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate the time.
Our pleasure. What is on your mind?
Yeah. I was sitting here reveling and enjoying in the masterpieces that are part of my dream line of action figures that I finally have in my grubby mitts, the Indiana Jones Adventure Series. I'm looking at the beautiful artwork, looking at Harrison on the package, kind of checking in and out of social media, looking at the Indy premiere, which, by the way, looks kind of dead. I think I saw a couple of tumbleweeds, so I don't know if they're just showing bad angles, but I'm like, this should be a celebration. And I know people are just mean-spirited for the sake of it. I know that they troll. I understand. But I got to tell you, I'm looking at you guys. I just came across your channel, never heard of it before. You guys seem like sweet dudes, just like me. I'm in Canada. You're in the States, but we love
not sweet
action movies. We grew up liking Star Wars, Indiana Jones. I'm just a normal dude who likes to escape and all the cool stuff. I buy all the toys. And I'm looking at Kingdom of the Crystal Skull when it came out, and I was so excited. I'm like, I don't care how old Harrison is. I know people make fun of him, like, oh, Indiana Jones and the colostomy bag of death, and where's my car keys, and I'm old. It's like, look, man, I get it, but look, the guy is an actor. He's a worker worthy of his hire. He doesn't inject politics, as far as I could tell in some of the interviews I've seen over the decades that I've watched the man. He's just there to be put in place, collaborate, and bring these characters to life. And for that, I love him. And anybody who injects political ideology or anything like that, I won't get into it, but it just turns my stomach, turns me off of the property. I'll never forget when I came out of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I thought he was a plant for a minute.
I said, what happened? And it wasn't so much the whole woke movement and the ideology and the message and all these things. It was just, these guys just sort of lost their touch. And I was like, I still love these guys, but the monkey swinging, and I love the alien pyramid Aztec angle, but I was like bummed out. And now over the years, I see what they've done to Star Wars. When I came out of Last Jedi, I could not believe they deballed Luke. Pardon my verbiage, but they just made the guy look like a dude. They made him look like a friggin' putz. And I know I'm kind of going off here, but I don't have many people to talk to about this stuff because I'm like my
welcome home.
So I love
you are in the right place, Matthew. You are in the right place.
I love you guys, and I'll just say this about Indiana Jones, and people are so quick. Like, I mean, people like the people who get criticism that are in the studios are like, oh, you're just basement dwelling, man. Listen, we just don't want the movie to suck. Taste is subjective, but when you notice a pattern of them trying to systematically dismantle and actually attack these characters and destroy them for what they are. And it's so funny, you fellas had played a featurette that I had seen, because I'm still soaking up. It's kind of cool to have Indy back, even though the movie might be crap. But I'm like, look, I'll give it a chance. And that featurette, I want you guys to do me a favor. When you're offline, look at it again. Look at how, like, get in there and really look at what they did. Look at Kathleen Kennedy. She should be she is, I don't want to throw shade at people because I don't know the woman, but holy crap, you would have me convinced that these people are reading my mind and my heart since I've been a kid and an adult into my years now as an Indy fan going, that's exactly what I want. But the funny thing is you guys know, not to be negative, odds are, if I'm a betting man, this movie ain't going to be what we think it is. I hope it is, but I agree. I wanted to say how sweet it was, that memory you said of you seeing Last Crusade with your grandma. And that's what this is about, man. It's not just the movies, it's the memories that you have. It's wanting, there was a video, I think it was, I forget who the fellow was, but he talked about heroes. We're not perfect, right? We're not perfect men or women. When we watch these heroes as kids or grow up, show our kids or our friends, and we sit on a porch drinking whiskey, talking about it, we get excited, but there's also a part of our soul that wants to strive to be that hero. And Indy's not infallible, man. That guy had bumps, and he wasn't like Mr. Perfect, but he always tried to fight the forces of evil. And now, by all accounts, this Fleabag lady, and I don't know her, but god dang is she grating. She's like, I'm going to tell you what to do, Indiana. And I'm just such a strong, and it's like, listen, lady, man, dude, you guys, and sorry, I get excited, but I'll stop talking after this one last thing. There was a clip, Indiana Jones, and I was like, oh my God, it's an actual clip from the movie. Let me see. I don't have the context, but I'm going to give it a shot. They're in a little tuk-tuk chase, I believe, in the streets of, forget the region, but it's an action scene. It's high-paced, it's frenetic, and I'm like, okay, the CG, but that's all good. Indiana Jones goes, Helena, you should be your father would be ashamed of what you turned out to be. And she's like, how do you mean? A strong, independent, sexy, brave, stunning, independent. And I was like, guys, please. And, anyway, just not what I want to see. And yeah, I want to see Indy be the hero.
I totally agree, Matthew. I don't disagree with anything that you said.
Can you just let him know I love this guy?
God bless you, man.
Yeah. X-Wing, my co-host, says he loves you. He's like, tell him I love him. Like, yeah.
Man, I got such a big smile when I heard just very quickly about how you said you saw that movie on opening. It was afternoon, and then the other fella, your co-host, I just kind of smiled because I was like, I do have conversations with some of my friends. None of my friends collect action figures. I'm alone on that one, but I don't care, man.
No, you're not.
Whatever they do with this movie, whatever they did with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and there are fan edits out there that are actually really well done, and they take out as much as they could given with what they had to work with. But I'll say this, gentlemen, in closing, they can never, everyone's like, you ruined my childhood, you ruined this stuff. I know why. I get the sentiment. I know why people say it, because they're rightfully so. They're upset that they've like Mandalorian Luke, when he came out of that X-Wing and destroyed those Dark Troopers, dude, I jumped up and clicked my damn heels. I couldn't wait to buy the action figures and recreate that scene. And that's the kind of stuff we want to see. And I love women. Marion Ravenwood, she's badass.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Steely Wobber, Fleabag, whatever the hell her name is. I'm a strong, independent woman, and I don't need you. All this, And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy her action figure because they make a Hell in a Shaw figure. I'm going to pop her head off and put on Marion's head on her body because that she's wearing looks cool.
I love it. I love it. I hope. Please join our Facebook group and post a picture of that so we can see that.
I wish you both fortune and glory, and may the force be with you both.
Fortune and glory.
Always.
You got it, fellas.
Matthew, thank you for being here, man. You are most
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Yep.
Take care and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thanks, bro. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
What a great call, bro. What a great call. I'm going to shut the phone line down for a minute and get X-Wing called up here. Thoughts?
Man. Yeah. So, yep. Pretty much. That's the whole thing.
That's it.
That's it.
He said it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So I read something today that, when I am not I don't have any type of expertise on cinema.
Mm-hmm.
I literally watch it as a fan, and our channel is a fan channel. We don't have I don't have a degree in film. I'm a school teacher. So I read an article today that talked about their biggest gripe with Indy 4. And they talked about what Indy 4 was missing was the filmographer, the person actually behind the camera for the original trilogy. The first 3 movies of Indiana Jones had a particular man who got the color palettes and everything exactly right. And it was it was like sunflower yellows and deep oranges that he used in the lens of the camera. And if you watch any of the Indiana Jones movies, you could see that. And then you fast forward to vine swinging monkeys and all this stuff in Indiana Jones 4. It just didn't look like Indy. You know what I mean?
And Indiana Jones it's a very brown color palette. Always has been. Even when they were in the jungles, it was a very brown color palette. I mean, the wooden bridge, everything. Temple of Doom, even though they're basically a volcano, it's still a very brown color palette. And it was a little shocking when you go to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because it's very jungle based. There's lots of green. It's very vibrant. So yeah, it kind of did take that away. I think
funny.
about Dune.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that just that same kind of color
palette. It kind of looks like it. I agree.
It's a very muted kind of brown. And they actually used, instead of using green screens or blue screens when they were shooting Dune, they actually used brown screens.
I'm totally with you. Dune does have that look. The new Dune. Absolutely it does. I'll tell you, this is funny. You mentioned Temple of Doom. I got in the shower this morning, and every morning we have an Alexa in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have an Alexa in almost every room in the house. And I'm like, Alexa, play whatever's on my mind in my head. I tell her to play that while I'm in the shower. This morning was Indiana Jones soundtrack.
Nice.
Temple of Doom. Sorry. Temple of Doom soundtrack. And I'm in the shower washing my back, listening to da 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 da. Short round.
Hum num shiva, hum num shiva, hum num shiva, hum num shiva. Kalima.
That was good. I need to clip that. It just made me smile. I'm in the shower smiling at this great 1984 Temple of Doom soundtrack. So
it was an incredible adventure. It was just an incredible adventure, man. And if you haven't been, because I know out of all, if you're going to go to any Disney property and do anything, the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, California is the Temple of Doom ride. And it is incredible, man. It takes you right there.
I've never been to Disneyland.
You're in a Jeep and you're in the Temple of Doom going across a rickety bridge and you look and the skull there, everything. Oh my God, it's incredible, man.
That's awesome. That is, I'll tell you, so you probably have at Disneyland, and I know you've been to Disney World. When you go to Disney World to Hollywood Studios, they've got the Indiana Jones area where they have a live action show.
Oh yeah, I did it last year.
And they've got a shop. Well, as soon as you get in there and you're walking through the vines and everything, it transforms into an Indiana Jones type atmosphere, and you hear the music, man.
Yeah, they've got like a broken down tank in the walkway and ammo cans and everything everywhere. It's so cool, man. The
hair on my arm stood up, dude, as I was walking through there.
It used to be like what they did with Star Wars at Disney. When you walk in, it'd be like Endor, and there's a big AT-AT, right? I'm sorry, AT-AT. There's a big AT-AT right there. It's like, it's that same kind of feeling. That magic is just.
Yep. So do me a favor real quick. I'm going to highlight Debbie's super chat, and I'm going to run and go refill my coffee. And if you'll just hit this super chat and
Yeah.
engage with the chat, I'll be back in 90 seconds, and we will get our next caller. Okay?
On it. Deborah Young for $9.99 says, I'm almost 70, and I know that if I stop losing that childhood feeling, it'll be over. That's one of the reasons I'm with my EBN family. You all keep me young. 100%. And honestly, Debbie, I was thinking about this the other day. It was a really bad feeling because I get a little fed up about being mad about Star Wars. I get fed up about complaining about Star Wars and yada, yada, yada. And I feel like I'm losing that kind of childhood sense of wonder. And is that directly my fault? Is it Disney's fault? I don't know. Is it just because I'm getting older? Whatever the case may be. But I think maintaining that sense of childlike wonder is becoming harder and harder and harder. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or because of the content that's coming out. But I legitimately think it is the most important thing you can do, because I can't wait for someday when I have a little X-Wing running around and I get to be a kid again with the kid. You know, that just sounds so exciting. And when you look at adults, Peter Pan taught us this when we were kids. When you look at adults who've lost it, they just suck. They just suck. They're not fun to be around. You can't nerd out. You can't have a good time. I can't tell you, like, they're a good portion of my friends. Like, if I tried to bring them into this world that I exist in, into this YouTube space, all of the friends that I have and all of the nerd fun that we have, you couldn't, because they want to talk about others. I don't want to talk about, oh, my job and this, and oh, I got my TPS reports and stuff like that. It's just not fun. It's not fun. And I think the most important thing you can do in your life is always find a way to have fun. So that's just kind of where I'm at. That's how I feel. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe it's like, no, you need to grow up. Become a pirate. Don't be a lost boy anymore. Be a pirate. But I just see all of these beautiful people around me, especially on YouTube. Some of the guys that are older than me that maintain that sense of wonder. They try to keep it alive. I think I have to wonder if maybe the studio heads or some of the creatives at these studios have become pirates. They're not lost boys anymore. They're pirates. And I refuse. I push back against it. There are many times when I'm like, man, I'm just not feeling like a kid anymore. I feel that adult creeping up in me, and I'll pop on YouTube and I will watch 90s toy ads. Legitimately, I will sit there and watch 90s toy ads just to get that feeling back in my gut, like that sense of wonder, that just remembering how it felt to just be amazed by everything that you saw. You know, you couldn't wait to go to the theater and go on another adventure. And like the caller was talking about, you know, we're not heroes. We're imperfect. And one of the biggest things that we loved was going on an adventure with somebody that we looked up to, and they weren't perfect and they had to go through adversity. And we loved it to the point we loved those people that we idolized them, not as actors, but as the characters that we went on the adventure with. That's why people buy action figures. That's why people buy toys. That's why they buy merch. That's why they support these franchises, is because you took us somewhere that we don't know. And we would probably never go.
Sounds you were in the middle of some awesomeness.
My
wife just made a fresh batch of Rice Krispie treats.
Nice.
And if you've never had warm Rice Krispie treats, right,
they're good.
With warm peanut butter over the top,
ooey gooey,
make you slap your mama, cuz like, oh my gosh. All right, we're opening the phone lines back up again. 542-1560 256.
Strategist says, I refuse to be a pirate, and then twirled my hook mustache.
256-542-1560. Thank you for manning the station.
I think I needed to get some frustration out anyway.
Hey, all right.
I kept it clean.
I know, dude. Oh, I didn't hit the dang link again. Okay, my apologies. We are ready. John Graber, call right now.
Poor dude's just been. It's like a radio station in the 80s trying to get tickets to Metallica or something.
Yeah.
Just, come on, man, come on.
Only the 10th caller. Sorry. So we are waiting on the call now. 256-542-1560.
I started
Give us
to
a ring.
I started to make the analogy that this is kind of like Peter Pan. We're still Lost Boys, and I think some of the creatives at the studios have turned into pirates. I'm going to remain a Lost Boy. Man, maybe that's what my community thinks should be.
Paul Steinhauser.
Hey, Paul, you're live on the air with Coach and X-Wing. What is going on? Good to talk to you again, man.
Paul?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Coach. And I would say, and I'm also good evening to X-Wing, who's also watching the show. So, and also during X-Wing's speech, he was right about talking how that sense of wonder and imagination is what gets us through a lot of these things. And I mean, and he's right. And when you were talking about how you got to see The Last Crusade with family, I mean, I'll speak for myself on that. In 2012, when Star Wars Episode 1 was re-released in theaters, I got to see it for the first time with my mom. And, it was the first 3D film I got to see. And despite what people say about it, it's definitely like an icon. I mean, and it's like, with what's going on for cinema nowadays is like what the previous caller said, like when you give that type of, imagination, wonder, and you're able to grow with the character, that's what sprouts into something beautiful. And also, a bit of a quick question, when you guys are watching that little Indiana Jones promo, I mean, they got a point, but okay, I got to speak it out loud. Kathleen Kennedy just saying, for part of this thing, it's like, you're just a producer. You weren't really even involved in the story. I can't be wrong on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the epitome of what pop culture is, it's like, it's all in itself. Imagination is able to sprout. And like for the first film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, I mean, the Ark of the Covenant, I mean, there's actually even more information, fun fact, to find its location. I mean, I'll speak for myself on this, but the Holy Searches have the most value. They have something in it that just just fills the soul. I mean, I'm not sure what you think on that, but The Last Crusade, kind of filled that gap.
So you're talking about like the Ark of the Covenant, the Cup of Christ.
Yep, yeah, the Holy Grail.
Right,
it's like,
right. And then all of a sudden, in the fourth movie, it's aliens, which was a little different, little different.
And and it's like, it could have been something, but they could have just, to be honest, I think giving the Holy Searches, there's actually a whole list of religious artifacts that have not been searched for. I think maybe Steven Spielberg was inspired by this, but there actually is called, there's a real holy artifact. I think X-Wing, you might find this crazy too, but it's true. It's called the Spear of Destiny. But here's the thing: it's, despite the weird name, apparently it was used, according to history. It says here, the Spear of Destiny, also known as the Lance of Longinus, is the weapon that the Roman centurion Longinus plunged into the side of Christ during the crucifixion.
That's
now,
right.
wouldn't that be something? And Hitler, of course, actually, you know what? Hitler was a nut on the subject.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like when you look at things like that, it's like that's what kind of drives the reason to reach the artifact first, that sense of drive. But what's your opinion on the searches? Because this whole time travel thing just doesn't make sense. What's your opinion on that? It's
I don't know enough about this. I know that they're tying Archimedes into it. So this is part of, I don't know if there's any real history, involved here, other than if they're just using Archimedes as a name and they're just creating this. But the thing is, it's like all three Indiana Jones movies were historical fiction. They were stories that took place in the past that didn't happen but could have happened, except for when you get into, well, and I'm not going to say that some of the supernatural things couldn't happen, because I personally, I myself am a Bible believing Christian. So when you talk about the Ark of the Covenant, I believe it's real, and I believe it's exactly what the Bible says it is. And now the whole cup of Christ, and it could give you everlasting life. Wrong. That's not the cup of Christ. That's the blood of Christ. but
it was still cool.
Yeah, it was still cool. It was still cool. And I am with you. I love the realism involved in the original Indiana Jones 3 movies. With this, I am, like you, Paul, a little skeptical about the whole time travel thing. I am not a fan of time travel in about anything. So that's
Star
kind
Trek
of where
has
I'm
done that
at.
numerous times.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like also with or they were right on, like, with what's going on. Knowing Disney and Lucasfilm's track record, it's like they're not going to make it worth something to go after. It's like just going to a grocery store, picking up eggs, milk, bread, and eggs. It's not like there's a demand of why you need to do this. I mean, actually, there even has been some more archaeological evidence of the Ark of the Covenant actually laying waste to regions. That's actually been historically proven.
Well, that's biblical. They marched
Biblical
around Jericho, I believe, 7 times, and God and God destroyed the city.
Yep, and that's the thing. It's like that's what the Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and this new one, they don't have that desire to have the reason for it. I mean, you look at like the Indy trilogy, the first 3 films, the Indy trilogy, they all had a reason for it. And
I'm with you, and that unfortunately, I think that's where we are in modern day entertainment. Is that the entertainers themselves, they don't want to go to the Bible for like we know why, and that's a shame for sure. But I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah, and that's the same thing with Star Wars too. I mean, like the Force, like how Disney views, they just view it as something that's magical. But in fact, the Force, there actually is a book written by a priest that pairs how the Force is God in both the Jedi and Sith. It's how they use that gift. It's a pretty cool book. I got to read it at my library. How convenient. But it's like everything that Star Wars had. I mean, it had the 5 things that kept it together. You had literature, mythology, history, philosophy, and scripture. And like how Disney constantly portrays good and evil, is they always view evil as something sympathetic. Like, look at how Darth Sidious. Yep, look at how Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, he wasn't sympathetic. He craved the destruction of the light side and those who oppose the Empire. It's like that type of crave
or
builds villains. Like
or Maleficent, or look at
well, no offense, but Maleficent has nothing on the Witch King of Angmar.
What's the bad lady in 101 Dalmatians?
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil. Yeah, look, when you're getting their backstories and you're sympathetic to them now, and there's this big movement in the world today, not just with entertainment and Disney, but there's this movement where they're trying to say there's no such thing as good and evil. And I vehemently disagree with that.
Evil has to come from a desire of greed or any of the 7 deadly sins, especially pride is number 1. And that's what made Star Wars so great. And look at Disney. They're like, I mean, the thing is, the stormtroopers, actually X-Wing, I actually want to tell you this too, but if you look at the stormtrooper helmet really closely, did you know that it really is just the human skull in an art form? It's really the skull itself.
I didn't realize that.
You see that little art form, and you look at how Disney is. They just look at it like it's a carbon copy. But I mean, that's the beauty of it. Like, and if you look at like even some of the classic monsters in Greek mythology, Persian mythology, like some of that was inspired to make the monsters of Star Wars. Like the Wampa could have been inspired by the Yeti. I mean, who knows if they did something for like the Hydra. And frankly, if you look at the stormtroopers, they could play the role of the Spar toy. which is basically the Greek mythology, or Jason and the Argonauts, the skeleton warriors.
Right.
See, all this stuff is what drives people to learn and understand culture. Like, oh, wait, before I also forget, The Lord of the Rings. If Peter Jackson does come back, that does great. But as someone who has had with Italian blood in him, you have to respect, European history. The Rohirrim literally is based on the Norse and the Anglo-Saxons. And the Gondor is represented as the mix of the Roman and the Byzantine Empire. You have to respect Europe's Middle Ages. It is their 1,000-year history. And if it wasn't for the Middle Ages, that was like literally the birth of fantasy, what Tolkien loved.
Right.
The birth of fantasy. And look, and like with Underreal, the sword name of which was originally Narsil, like everything has a purpose and meaning. Like, I don't know what to say for, but it's like everything has a purpose and meaning. And masculine men, like the modern day audiences don't want they don't think we don't want an all white audience. But the thing is, the majority of Europe was white. It's true, and it's like you can't just put someone in there for the sake of diversity. If you want to respect the diversity, you have to honor that legacy. That's been proven in every society.
Right.
I mean, you wouldn't want to tell a story about a, like, oh my gosh, like, how do you tell it? Like, you won't, like, if you were telling the story of John Baslin from, HBO's The Pacific, if he was African American, like, you wouldn't do that. John Baslin was white. It's in his military record.
Right.
It's like, look at all this stuff that plays out, like, and also like, look at Luke Skywalker. I mean, Captain Kennedy wanted to destroy his lineage, and they wanted to replace it. And same with like, Indiana Jones. And that's the thing is, like you said, like I think in the last call-in show, it's like if you just do that, it's like it's sacrilege. Like that's disrespecting what's been created, and just to try and ruin it and replace it. Like that basically defeats the purpose of pop culture. Like everything that like grows over time becomes better when you think and let it grow like a plant.
I'm with you. Well, Paul, that was a great take, man. Great call. We got another call coming in right now, so I'm gonna run, man. But bro, thank you so much. Great comments.
Thank you so much. And actually, I should be thanking you, Coach, for willing to take me on. It's like a lot of people. Actually,
Anytime.
a couple friends of mine talk
You're
about.
fine, buddy.
So I want to thank you so much
yeah,
again.
can't hear me.
You're awesome, man. You're awesome.
Yes, he is.
I joined.
See you, Paul. Be good, buddy. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, I gotta get you in here. So just hold off on the calls for just a moment. I can't let X-Wing just sit here, guys. So thoughts, comments?
He brings up a lot of good points, and I've spent a lot of time talking to this guy in my Discord and voice chat, and had really good conversations. He's a total war historian, loves talking about anything medieval all the way up through into that guy can name every single jet that any country has ever put into service ever at any time. But
he did the same thing to me the other day with all the Star Wars vehicles, and he was talking about some I didn't even know what they were.
Guy's an encyclopedia.
Yeah,
he's an encyclopedia. But he brings up a really good point, and don't quote me on this, but I think the study of the origins of mankind, I think it's called anthropogeny or something like that. But that is something that especially
anthropology.
Well, anthropology is culture. Anthropogeny is the study of where it came from. So that
is totally new to me, and I'm a social scientist.
Yeah.
So
this is like with the creationism and stuff like that. So I'm aware of anthropology. I know George Lucas was an anthropologist. He loved it in college. But so that's something that, especially as being from the white European background, if you want to. That's something that was so extremely important, and something that was basically wiped out when England was basically burnt to the ground. So, and that's something that Tolkien did, is he wrote the history, and that's why. What?
You just taught me something. Anthropogeny is the study of human origins. It is not simply a synonym for human evolution by natural selection, which is only part of the process involved in human origins. Many other factors besides natural selection were involved, ranging over climatic, geographic, ecological, social and cultural ones. So,
Right.
and look, that's something that I should know. I mean, that's I mean, that's my world. Like I'm a history teacher, but I'm not just a history teacher. My degree is in social science. So anthropology, geography, history, all of them, psychology, sociology, that's my jam. So I'm with you.
So one of the things that I always applaud Tolkien for so much, where there were so many things that were mirrored, but so many things that were different. He told such a good story that you have Sauron, the bad guy, who's, it comes from basically this god that creates these angels, and the angels begin to sing, and he hears something wrong, and it's this one angel that's like, oh, he's a little off note, and they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I want to create my own stuff. And he goes, you can't create your own stuff. I'm the only one that creates stuff. And so he goes down, he doesn't create, he corrupts. There's some similarities between some theologies here and stuff like that. And so giving respect to that is the most important thing. And it doesn't mean that you can't have diversity. That's the most important part about this whole Lord of the Rings universe, is that diversity exists. It has existed in that universe for a very long time, but it doesn't mean that Aragorn's black, right? You have Southerners, you have different regions of these places in Middle Earth that you can bring diversity into the storyline without forcing it somewhere where it doesn't belong. And that is the plight of Hollywood right now, is that they're forcing things instead of creating stories or creating characters. They're just swapping stuff to make it say, hey, look, we're paying attention. And it's extremely frustrating.
I'm with you 100%. Absolutely. DJ Ronnie G, what is up? Good to see you. All right. You ready for another call?
Ready.
Let's do it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the calls back up again right now. So give Coach and X-Wing a call. 256-542.
Give us two.
1560 256-542-1560. Quite refreshing. All right, got a call already.
Yes, my name is Beatrice.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Name is what?
Hey, John.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is Beatrice.
Why did you leave all that stuff on the deck? What are you doing?
I don't know. I was a fool. In fact.
Oh my God, that is John.
Discuss two things with y'all. One, there was a couple calls ago. There was that Queen's Gambit dude that called and talked quite a while. I think it was Queen's Gambit or Queens. We talk to each
King's
other.
Advisors.
That might be. I misgendered.
Can you slap him for me?
I don't want to mispronoun or whatever you kids call it nowadays. But he was talking about some like Lord of Rings thing and all that. Just so you know, I don't wear any of that because that interferes with my private time, if you know what I mean.
Damn it, John, I'm a professional.
And then the second
Get to
it. The Hip Talk tonight is that new movie coming out, Alabama Andy or Andy Alabama, or I don't know what the old dude that's playing with the cowboy hat kind of thing on.
Just hang up on him.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's he's got like a whip and stuff, which kind of excites me, which gets me a little moist. I do like the whip thing, but he's old. He's like he's got his stuff like hanging to his knees. I got no interest in that whatsoever.
1, to let him
None.
continue chat. 2, to hang up. 1, to let him continue chat. 2, to hang up. What's up?
You got to tell me what I got to do here. But I'm just saying, I just no interest in some old man walking around with a whip.
He's too old to ride a horse, isn't he?
He's too old to ride me, that's for sure.
Oh my God, look at the diversity in the chat here.
1. Oh, 2.
Do I gotta hang up? Am I supposed to hang up at this point?
I was going to let the chat decide what we do with you.
Because X-Wing hasn't said a thing.
Well, he can't hear you, or you can't hear him, but he's talking.
Oh, well, I can't hear him at all. I like hearing him talk because he's got a nice, sultry voice. Not as much as you, but he's got a good voice. Makes me moist.
Okay, well, we're going to open this back to other people, you weirdo.
You all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you Friday.
Thanks, Beatrice, and stop sending me nudes, please. For the love of God, I don't want to see it.
Gosh. Okay. You are crazy. We love you. Goodbye.
I love you too. I love you too. Like you make me moist, both of y'all.
Oi. There's no reason to talk right now. Caller, so we get back to normal.
Call from
Scott Edwards.
Scott, I know you have some good questions for me and X-Wing because that is what you do, sir. What is up?
Hey, how are y'all doing tonight?
Doing great.
Good. So let me start off by just asking, like in detail, or like, what did y'all not like about the Obi-Wan show? Because I think I made it pretty clear that y'all didn't like it. I liked it, to be honest.
That's cool.
But what were y'all's main issues with it?
All right. So, let's see. That's going to be a big topic for X-Wing. So he's going to address this when we end the call. So you'll need to listen to the live stream to get his take. I will just very, very quickly tell you my take. One, well, actually, there's several reasons why. I did not like making Leia, and this is in no particular order. I didn't like making Leia a central point of the story. I felt like she supplanted Luke. It would have made much more sense for that to have been Luke than Leia. I don't think that Obi-Wan and Leia ever should have met before. One of my biggest gripes, though, is Vader and Kenobi fighting again. And
you mean like pre A New Hope?
Yes, and the fact that we see Vader lose. I am a Star Wars fan that is a proponent of Darth Vader only should have lost one time in the suit, and that was to his son. That's it. But what Disney wants to do is to continue giving us Darth Vader, and it's all happened since George sold it. Dave Filoni lets Ahsoka beat him, or nearly beat him, cut his helmet open, you know. And now Obi-Wan Kenobi did it as well. I was not a fan of the character of Reva. I was not a fan of how they did the Grand Inquisitor in the series. I did like some things. I liked the different world that Obi-Wan went to. I liked Obi-Wan being in hiding. I liked how we see some of the Jedi getting hunted down and killed. I love that. I absolutely. And here's the thing, too. This is for, I can't love that. See, this is something as a fan I have to reconcile. I can't be a proponent of that and love that, yet complain when people survived Order 66 that I didn't know about. Because Obi-Wan sent the message out to somebody. We know people survived. So that's something that I'm going to have to reconcile. But honestly, Scott, I tried to block that show from my mind as much as I could. I only watched each episode one time, so it's not like I can recall everything right off the bat. But those are some of the big things that I did not like.
I gotcha. So my personal, I have not watched all of Andor. That show has just been a bad. I don't know. That show just has like people like put it on a pedestal, and that's kind of why I've been hesitant.
Better than Kenobi.
Because I really love the Mandoverse. That's my biggest thing right now. So like, excuse me. What do you want to see? So next thing we got is Ahsoka, right? What do you want to see in that series?
I want to see Ahsoka, and I do not want to see Rebels 2.0. I want to see there be a threat in the galaxy that is big and dangerous. I want to see Luke be involved to some degree. I want to see the New Republic not look like the Empire.
Right.
I want to see more space battles. I want to see the Force. I want to see a conversation between Luke and Ahsoka, and I want to see an Anakin Force Ghost show up.
Yeah.
Those are some things that I would like to see for sure. And
I
I
want
love Ahsoka.
Right.
And I'm afraid it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier with Indiana Jones. I think X-Wing will agree with me on this. You know, I love Indiana Jones, but I'm fearful that I'm going to go to the movies and it's not going to be a good movie. That's how I feel about Ahsoka. I love the character, and I'm fearful that they're not going to give us a great show. I want it to be a great show. I want a 9 out of 10 or higher.
Harrison Ford is not the reason why Indiana Jones would fail. That's what we're saying.
I agree. So it looks
can't hear
like from the trailer, it looks like
So good.
I don't think Thrawn's going to be in the show much, to be honest with you.
You don't think who's going to be in it?
Thrawn, I don't think Thrawn's going to be in
Right.
it that much.
Yeah, that's
less
making
the
its
better.
rounds right now. Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about that right now. Thrawn isn't going to be in until the very end, or he's going to be in it very little. You know,
Right.
So yeah, you might be right about that.
Well, I kind of ran out of things to ask tonight, but I look forward. I just wanted to pop in and say hi and just get your thoughts. And I'm sure we'll talk again. I think we can talk a lot more once we get closer. I think we'll learn a lot more after a second trailer.
We will definitely continue our call-in shows because I have fun with it. So thank you for calling in as always, my man.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you,
Have a great
Scott.
night.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so I got to get you to chime in there. He served you up real good there with Kenobi.
I'm just off probation for being too spicy on the show. So I got to be careful about what I say here. But look, the big problem for me with Kenobi, because I can sit here and pick apart 9,000 things that I hated. Should Baby Leia have been in there? Absolutely not. Should we have, Vader and Kenobi fighting? Absolutely not. Reva, what even was that? What was the point of any of that? Why do we have a Vader aged Anakin, not de-aged, fighting Kenobi on flat Coruscant that has no buildings? Why is there a child inside of a coat escaping an Imperial facility? Do you really want to make him look that incompetent? And then beyond that, a T-47? Look, the problem for me is that we had expectations going into the show because we'd already been told the story of what Kenobi did. That story was exponentially better than what we got. But then beyond that, this is the most serious time. This is a continuation of Revenge of the Sith. All of the feelings that you felt at Revenge of the Sith, that pain, that betrayal, that heartache, that absolutely gut-wrenching feeling of Anakin and Kenobi being torn apart, and the guilt that Kenobi has to deal with, and the absolute rage that Vader feels in his body is extremely serious. And you made a goof show with Benny Hill with Kenobi chasing around a baby.
Da-da-da.
And Flea and company running into tree branches.
Oh.
It was objectively bad. And I
You did
think
much better than me. Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
good.
people you see Ewan McGregor back, and trust me, I felt it too. We are feeling it. We're feeling it, and I totally get that. And it overrides. Those rose-colored glasses are strong, baby. They are so strong. But unfortunately, I was jaded at the point where I'd seen through it. I had just seen through it, and it made me sick. It made me sick. They completely disrespected all of those emotions that George set up in Revenge of the Sith, and just made a Benny Hill show.
I absolutely agree with everything you just said. You said it far better than me.
Rage-inducing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You ready for another call?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We are opening the line back up yet again. So give Coach and X-Wing a call. 256-542-1560.
I got that Benny Hill song stuck in my head.
Oh yeah, you got it. I wish that thing wasn't copyrighted. I would use that.
Oh,
That's-
100% all the time. Yeah.
That would be on everybody's channel.
Yep. You know what the crazy part is? We knew going into it too. Even I said that. I was like, you got to be careful of Kenobi. I think Andor's going to be good. I think Kenobi's going to have issues. And I was mostly right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was the one way more hopeful on this channel. Nick was like you. We got a call.
Call from
Master Paul.
Hey,
Master Paul, what is going on, my man?
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
What's up?
What is on your mind?
So I wanted to talk to you guys about this recent trailer that we got for the game Star Wars Outlaws,
Yes.
and how they are touting this as allegedly the first ever open world game that Star Wars has ever had.
Okay. Yes.
So
adorable.
it's good that Star Wars is getting an open world game, but from what I'm seeing in this trailer, at least keep in mind this is my own personal tastes for gaming, but from what I'm seeing in the trailer, I don't like what I'm seeing as far as who we're playing as. Nothing to do with the fact that it's another female protagonist in Star Wars. It's the fact that it's a predetermined protagonist at all, regardless of gender, instead of letting us create our own person like we could in the older games, like Knights of the Old Republic or the Old Republic MMO. And not only create our own person as far as like who we are, race-wise, but letting us pick what we do in the galaxy. Like, say I want to make a Mandalorian character, or I want to make a Jedi, I want to make a Sith, I want to make a smuggler,
Can't do
I
it.
want to make a...
That was called Star Wars Galaxies, and it already happened.
And so, pretty much what I'm saying is take Skyrim, which y'all know I'm famous for playing, and slap a Star Wars skin on that, and I think that would be the perfect open world Star Wars game.
Yes. That is not what we're getting. And it's a shame too, because for me personally, this is the perfect setting for an open world Star Wars game in between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I can go to Tatooine and Jabba's palace. I can go to Hoth. I can go to all these places. In this time in the Star Wars galaxy, but they're doing this.
Coach, I know people can't hear me right now, but can I say something?
I'm still hopeful that the game is great, and I hope that those that are looking forward to this game do enjoy it. I'm just seeing a truckload of missed opportunity here where, yeah, you're giving us the ability to go anywhere, but why not give us the ability to truly be anyone?
Yeah, I'm with you. So Paul, X-Wing wants to chime in real quick. So he's going to talk to the chat, and I'm going to tell you what he says because you're not going to be able to hear him.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna-
So
I'm-
it's going to be
That's
dead
perfectly
air for
fine.
you for just a moment, but I'm here. Okay.
I'm going to
All
make
right,
this
X-Wing, go
really
ahead.
quick. Yeah, I'm going to make this really quick. So in that trailer, we see Han Solo and Carbonite being transported somewhere. This takes place during the time period of the War of the Bounty Hunters. Why would you not make a game where you can be whatever kind of bounty hunter you want, and the main objective is to go get Han and Carbonite? Make it the War of the Bounty Hunters, bro.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
So X-Wing says that this game should have been the War of the Bounty Hunters, where you're on a mission to go and get Han Solo. And he's talking about how Han and Carbonite was shown in transport in the trailer itself. And I'm going to tell you this, Paul. It's like Nick gave a scathing take on this game the other day, and I can't remember everything that he said. But basically, one of his main criticisms about this game was that the main protagonist, though she is female, that's not really the issue, even though it seems like we're getting that a whole lot in the Star Wars galaxy. Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting that a whole lot here lately, and you know that my antenna's already raised on that ever since I saw Kathy wearing that dang shirt. But the other thing is like the girl that's playing the character is a they, them, I don't even know what she is. Nick went off about all that. I'll have to ask him. So anyways, like
I'm sure it was an epic rant.
It was. But if he's right about everything that he was saying, I have an issue with it. I mean, I really do. So
Yeah. And of course, it's logical to assume that if the person who is IRL playing the character or doing the voice goes by that gender ideology, then it's logical to assume that they're going to want the same for their character because, God forbid, someone portrays someone that isn't exactly like that person's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah.
you completely, bro. And like X-Wing mentioned earlier, I played Star Wars Galaxies in 2003. I was in college when the game came out. I bought it. It was like this is before games were put on DVDs, so it was still put on CD. It was like 10
KOTOR.
it was 10 CDs to install this thing. It was a beast of a game. But I played it and enjoyed it. To me, as a casual gamer, that was a very open world game. Now, apparently, there's a lot of gamers that do not define Star Wars Galaxies as an open world game.
No, there aren't.
Well, Maria Espino and James Lugo both sent me messages saying, wrong, coach. Star Wars Galaxies was not an open world game. It was an MMO, but not an open world game. And I'm like, well, I was a character that I created, and I can go anywhere I wanted in the universe and do whatever I wanted. To me,
Almost
that's
like
open
the world was like open.
Yeah, almost like the world was open. So I don't, very strange. Paul, any other thoughts before we end the call and get somebody else in here?
Two things. Number one, just sort of a personal update. I have started going to the gym.
Nice. That's great, dude.
Yep. Jonathan, my youngest brother, has convinced me to make some changes and be healthier. So I'm starting on that. Started this week. And the other thing, I'm curious, Coach, how far along are you in Tears of the Kingdom if you haven't finished it already?
So I'm going to be honest. I'm not playing it. My daughter got the game. We got it on opening day, and she played it a lot, and she got to a place. I think she burned herself out. But
I know what that feels like.
Yeah, she did not want me to play without her, and she was always playing and wouldn't let me play. So I played it. I'm probably only like 4 or 5 hours into the game. I'm not I am just now getting up into the sky. Okay.
Gotcha.
With the little bird, with the little dude bird with me. Tulin, I think.
Okay. Yes.
So it's going to be a long time before I continue. I'm playing Diablo 4 right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm not enjoying it as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of struggling, and I don't know if it's because the game's not as good as I was hoping, or I'm just getting older and I'm not much of a gamer anymore. I don't know. I don't know. So I will see.
All right. Well, I will definitely tell you by the end, no spoilers, you will not be disappointed.
Okay. Awesome. Very good.
All right. Well, you have a good night, Coach, and X-Wing. See you later, man.
All right. See you, brother. Later.
Yeah.
All right. Going to shut the calls down for a moment because we have another person here joining the call-in show. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the best voice on YouTube, Valiant Renegade. Go ahead and say something witty. Go ahead and take a shot at me. Go ahead and take a shot at me.
Okay.
Oh,
George
I'm sorry. Stephanie Janisek. I'm sorry. This is Stephanie Janisek.
Okay. George Lucas. And and Pablo Hidalgo. Because Pablo and Pro are like they're best friends. And okay. Oh wait, hang on. Okay,
things and stuff.
Oh boy.
Okay. Hi, how you
Oh,
doing?
You were poking the bear, man. Oh.
Yeah, you get to the point where you're just sick of retards just crapping on you with absolutely brain dead nonsense, and then you just have to make fun
I
of
don't
them.
comment on your videos that much.
Of course, I am talking about X-Wing. Not really.
Oh, come on. Come up with something creative. I'm here to get roasted. What do you got? Come on.
I can't. Why? You know
God,
what?
you're
Here's
behind the ball today, man.
I'm sorry. You know what? Truth be told, I actually like X-Wing.
Oh, gross. Get it out of here.
I'm sorry.
Stop.
I mean, it's,
He's drunk, guys. Don't listen to him.
No. Well, okay, fine. We'll go with the excuse right there. We'll go with the excuse. I'm tired. I'm old. I want to go to Waffle House. So we'll just say, all of that was about X-Wing and not about anybody else. That is, I need to go find. There's some tin foil in my kitchen that I need to go get and wrap.
Well, the way the UFO documents are coming out from the government right now might not be a bad idea. I think Signs by M. Night Shyamalan was actually that might have been a precautionary tale more than anything.
If anything else, I mean, maybe I could come up with some astrology projections.
There you go.
On my channel to justify, things I say, but I'm not insane.
Well, really quick, while Coach is taking a poop or whatever he's doing, I wanted to hit on what
I'm here.
What Master Paul was talking
to come up
about.
with the excuse that he was in the pooper.
Yeah.
Oh my
really
God.
quick.
So-
I wanted to hit on what Master Paul was talking about really quick, and obviously, Coach, what you were talking about and Nick's issues with what was going on with that game. I just find it categorically hilarious that there is a particular side that is screaming that when they make the remake to KOTOR, that Revan better be able to be a woman. If I have to play as a man, that is shenanigans.
Why would Revan have to be a woman?
Then they give us our first open world game, and you are forced to play as a female protagonist. So I just find it kind of funny.
You know what? Let them do that. Let them do that and let them lose another $100 million. I don't care anymore. This is stupid. I've got a video to record in the morning about, how the writer's strike could actually save Disney's ass in the next 6 months from a financial standpoint. With as bad as Marvel is failing right and left with the Hulu deal coming up. Let them continue to go down the road of let's be stupid. Stop letting millennials and Gen Z kids run your operation. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the audience. This is why Disney keeps losing $100 million a pop on everything they make. I mean, it's like it's getting tiresome to do these videos. I'd rather talk about things like Super Mario Brothers, which I watched again tonight on the big screen in the living room. Why can't Disney just make stuff that's good anymore? I don't get it. It's frustrating.
I understand. All right. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, this just happened on Twitter. I got a message, and we have a fourth person joining us right now,
Which is perfect because I have 20 minutes.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't have too long, but this should be interesting.
This is going to get very interesting. I'm not responsible.
I have a feeling I'm fixing to get pranked.
I'm just
Hey,
there it is.
Hey, why are you talking about me? Pro and Pablo. I know what you're doing. You and the three hyenas. I know all about you. We're on to you. You got your sources. You probably work for Pirates and Princesses and got fired as a diversity person. I'm on to you. I know your game.
You're doing the wrong voice, Coach.
This is the deepest I can go.
Just make it raspy.
I don't understand what's going on here. I know all of you guys and your sources.
You ruined friendships. You ruined friendships.
Okay.
Did
I'm not
somebody
going to go
say-
any further.
Did somebody say reach around?
Steph, I'm sure you're a
at
wonderful
me.
human being.
Look at me, faggot. Look at me.
You know what? I just want to say wholeheartedly that I refuse to engage and make fun of folks that have mental deficiencies.
You got no problem making fun of me, man.
Well, because I mean, there's a difference between mental deficiencies and just you're an idiot. So. I love you, X-Wing.
Stop it. By the way, just going to put this out there to anybody in the chat, whether you want to or not. We're only 20 subs away from 10K.
Are you really?
Let's go.
Do it. All right. Wait.
I think we get
All
there
right.
by tomorrow.
I need a link.
So was I a bad boy
Send
for that?
out.
Was that bad, Valiant?
I found it funny.
I'm just playing.
You shouldn't directly make fun of people, but it was pretty funny.
You know, it's not my show. I just showed up.
I couldn't help it. Look, y'all, I normally don't do that.
You spent the time making it.
Well, so I've
You
been
reach
sending-
a point when you realize it's like there's only so much that you can look. I'm not punching down, and I do mean punching down to other people on YouTube that want to leverage larger channels. And this is a macro problem, right? There's a lot of small channels out there, which we all were at some point. There's a lot of smaller channels out there that want to punch the larger channels for attention. I get it. I mean, I never did that growing up on here on YouTube because
You
it's not
punched on me to get to 5K. I remember when you were much smaller than me.
because you're an asshole.
No, you know me too well.
I know exactly. But you see, I love X-Wing. I'm going to give him crap because I love X-Wing. Here's the deal, though, is that there are channels out there that can't handle, I guess, competition. I mean, like, I give Pro crap all the time because that bastard showed up on YouTube January 1st, and he's now at 20,000 subs.
He's using aimbot or some kind of hack
Yeah.
or something.
You know, I make jokes on Pro all the time. Here's the point, is that when you come out, here's the thing. I can handle other people out there on YouTube telling garbage and trashing us. Coaches had it. X-Wings had it. Everybody on YouTube. Once you reach a certain point, you're going to get it. What bothers me, what pisses me off is that when you cross over to the point of telling outright lies, like malicious bullshit lies, you know what? That crosses a line. You can
Oh,
go do
God,
your
do you remember
own
that?
thing. I don't care. But when you start telling lies and you make a fool of yourself, you know what? You reach a point where people are going to make fun of you for good reason. And I can't help you. I can't help you anymore. I can't.
Hey, they come
So.
at me like, you know, they get me because of my voice. They're like, "Yep, typical Alabama."
Who
You know?
says theater?
Oh,
I know. I mean, they look. We've had so many videos made about me and Nick and this channel.
Say theater.
Nope, not doing it.
Say it.
You got to super chat me.
Say it. All right, bitch.
I go to
chat you.
I go to the movies.
Okay.
Do we want to sneak one more in?
Nicky, $1.99. Some
Oh,
Nikki
God.
sends me pride flags.
I
you know,
see.
because she knows. Yeah.
She called me G Wing. There were two other letters, but yeah, G Wing for the month of June. Yeah.
Why
Two
do
other
I?
letters.
Why do I put up with Nikki? Why do I?
All
put
of
up
us
with
have to
Nikki?
ask that question.
She's
I
the
mean,
best.
she has an open invite. We're gonna do a show here soon, where we're gonna have Nikki as the featured female guest on the show. I don't know why
Whoa.
I'm doing this.
The second that
Uh,
you say she's a female guest, she wants to punch you in the face.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Nikki. We're
I
gonna
think
have
she could take you.
we're gonna have a nondescript no gender guest on the show.
It's Latinx, they, them, Nikki.
Whatever the hell that means. Yeah, exactly. But we're gonna have Nikki on because she has a vagina. For whatever. I have no idea anymore.
I'm not part of
How
this.
do I not offend people in this day and age? I'm too old to put up with your millennial Gen Z
Yes,
bullshit.
you are. Yes, you are.
God.
You're too old.
Don't you dare gender Nikki ever again.
Wait, aren't you like a year or an hour older than me or something like that?
I'm about 6 hours older than you.
Yeah, we're still spring chickens, baby.
I know. It's all right.
Bunch of blue hairs. I gotta come on here and
Blue
spend my
hairs?
time with a bunch of blue hairs.
I'm not Thelma from Mama's Family. Vicki Lawrence, baby.
I used to watch it.
I love that show. One of my
This was a show
favorites.
for a while.
Yes. Carol Burnett.
Well,
we just killed the show. That was it. That was done.
That was all fun. That
I
was all
enjoyed
fun. Oh my goodness.
Like when you're playing Sea of Thieves and then at the end you gotta burn the ship and then you know it's time to go home.
So I got some people that have been chatting. So I'm going to open it up one more time. Let's get one more caller in here. You could be live right here on the phone.
Angelina's been dying to get on
Yeah,
the phone
and
here.
we want to get Angelina. Like, don't call unless you're Angelina. Okay, we want.
Nobody
I'm
call.
sorry. Nobody call unless you're Angelina.
I'm
If you
fighting for
call,
Angelina.
I'm hanging up on you if you're not. If your name's not Angelina. Okay, you know this beforehand. Because she has been trying to get in all night. 256-542-1560.
Angelina's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
We had that happen before.
Can we do the Chris Farley thing? Lay off me, I'm starving.
Call from
Tyler.
Sorry, that's not Angelina. I hung up. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, brother.
I
We got to get Angelina in here. Angelina has been
Did you
dying.
just hang up on a member?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I
who
heard
it was.
Pfizer.
God damn.
I heard Pfizer. That's what I heard too.
You heard Pfizer? Did
I
you have a
heard
heart
Pfizer.
attack?
I'm not kidding. I heard Pfizer.
Whoever just called, I apologize, but you did not say Angelina.
They're like, "Did you get the poke yet?"
So the phone line is open. 256-542-1560. If I just hung up on you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel
No,
terrible.
you're not.
I feel terrible. Let me be Stephanie again and apologize to you.
Oh, it was Siler.
Oh,
Siler
I
would
am
have been a good
Siler.
call.
Oh.
Siler would have been a good call.
Oh, Siler, I'm sorry.
Wait, did
Leave it
you,
open one more time.
did it not work?
I swear I
Look,
heard Pfizer.
it was Siler. He deserves a hang up or two for all the roasting.
No,
Okay.
he deserves a call.
All right, screw YouTube. I just sent you a super chat and it apparently got canceled.
We don't hear Angelina, so if there's nobody else, it's
Hey,
either Siler or Angelina, one of the two.
Your gear's crapping out on you, Valiant.
Yeah, I've had my my
Camera
R6
set on
is having a problem.
I got 10
Well,
minutes.
I was on Legal Mindset show before I came here, and I knew I didn't have long, but I'm like,
All right.
this is driving me nuts with this camera.
Siler, Angelina is apparently not calling, so call us back, Siler. 256-542-1560.
Cheers, buddy.
So, Coach, just to be, did you not get my super chat from like 2 minutes ago?
No.
I didn't see one.
Okay, thank you, YouTube. Crap.
Oh,
all right.
Angelina's in the chat. I don't know what's going on there. Next call gets it. It's Angelina or
Next
Siler.
call. Next call is last call. Last call.
You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
I got 2 episodes of Silo to go watch. Yeah.
I'm gonna go play Sea of
It just
Thieves
got
with
renewed for season
Drunk
2.
3PO.
All right, here we go.
Call from
Tyler again.
There you go.
No,
It's-
this ain't
it's
Angelina.
Pfizer.
I'm not talking to you. I'm
It's
kidding.
Pfizer.
I'm kidding. What's up, Siler? You're on the line.
Am I
You're
on?
the line.
Oh shit! Hey, what's up? Excuse me.
What
Hey,
is
what's
up?
up, Coach? Thanks
Hey,
what's
bro.
going on, VR? Hey, damn.
So they're not gonna. You're not gonna.
Did
be
he
able
not
to
say
hear
hi to
them.
me?
He did say hi to you,
You
X-Wing.
better have.
Siler, you can't hear them, but they can hear you. So what is on
Okay,
your
gotcha.
mind, my brother?
You know, hey, a lot of things on my mind, but since I have VR on the line right now, I just got to say, I want to tell this one story
that I wanted to super chat it, but you can't get the context of it without like hearing it.
Okay.
Oh God.
True donkey show story. Well, not like graphic, just
He want a donkey show. That's all I heard.
I wish I could hear what VR is saying right now. But and forgive me, I'm a little buzzed right now. You know, I had a couple drinks to me.
It's all good.
The show and
Take a
join
number.
Waste Network, fucking great shit. We are, you are. Love everyone here.
Awesome.
I know I talk a lot of shit, but hey, all in good fun. All in good fun.
Good deal.
But okay, VR, if you're hearing me, okay, I swear to God, this is a
I got
true
you.
story that this is like back in 2000. I just graduated at high school, was working at a restaurant, right? This one older waiter, he was probably like 30, 35 at the time. This is back in 2000, but he's telling me a story about when he went to Tijuana in like the 80s. He's like, you want to hear a good donkey school story? Sorry. I know this is way off topic and whatnot, but this is a good story. Quick story. Okay. So he's like, he's with his friends in TJ. This is back in the 80s. They're partying it up at night. It's like 2, 3 in the morning, he says. And this one guy comes up to them, to the group of them. He's like, hey guys, you guys want to see a donkey show? And they're like, you know, they're all drunk. They're like, all right, fuck it, well, let's go. So they're walking that, like the guy walks them all down this alley. Like, and he's telling me it's like a dark ass alley we're getting walked down. Like, what the hell are we walking into? And then the guy knocks at this one door. Like, it's like they open up a little bit. He goes and talks to the guy. The guy comes back out to them. He's like, sorry guys, the donkey's dead. End of story.
Wow, great
That is
story,
a
bro.
true story. This is what he told me. So I mean, as far as I know, that really happened.
I want to apologize to everybody in the chat for having to go through that, and that was the punchline.
I was completely offended.
We're all laughing, and Valiant says he was completely offended.
Can he not hear me? Oh,
Right,
well,
I
this is
swear to God, it's a true story. I mean, you know, I make jokes about these donkey show stories, but apparently they're real. And you know, that's all I wanted to say. I'm not going to keep you guys on any longer. Like I said, I'm a little buzzed. I'm enjoying just listening. Wasn't expecting to get on, but like I said, I love all you guys, even X-Wing, even Nikki, Matt Risman. Fucking love the guy. You know, he grew on me. But we can all have our differences and what we think about Star Wars and
That's
whatnot.
right.
But
Absolutely.
But honestly, I feel like here, this channel in particular, like it's just a safe place where hey, we can all agree to disagree, talk crap on each other, but in the end, we all are real fucking fans of all these franchises. And you know, the reason why we talk about this is because you know, hey, we gotta keep this going, or else they're just gonna keep making these crap movies, you know, and they're gonna keep ruining our stuff. But God bless all you guys.
Agreeing is boring. Like I love disagreeing. Like I love it when we have something to debate. Like it's great. But brother, thank you so much for calling in, Siler, and everything you do, man, and always just
God
being
bless
here.
all you guys. Appreciate it.
You too, brother. We'll holler at you. Bye bye.
Thanks.
I am Siler, ladies and gentlemen. Great call. Great.
He's
call.
exactly the way I pictured him.
Yep. Yeah. I'm glad that he was a little buzzed.
Makes for good content, right?
Yeah. Nikki's like, wait a minute. It's
a little bit more open.
He can cuss, but I can't. And I'm like,
that's right.
He called in. He's a call-in guest.
You can do it on call-in.
I've tried the
not a
super chat
panelist.
now regarding Nikki 4 times. They've all been rejected. I cannot get a super chat through in the chat. I'm not.
She's not into you, bro.
No, I know. No, I know. It's not. It's like, you know what? I put up with your shit. You're cool. I'm married 25 years. Stop hitting on me, Nikki. I get it.
Oh, now you're asking for it.
But God.
Oh,
damn,
she's gonna kill you.
That's fine. That's what this is here for. I mean, I love you as a friend, but not like that. Just saying.
Before my channel gets nuked, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out.
Are you going to make it Thursday for our chill stream?
I am not going to be there Thursday for the chill stream. Unfortunately, like I said, there's some stuff going on right now.
good.
I gotta be around for. I'm honestly not going to be on my YouTube channel a lot, probably for the next 5 to 6 days. Started a new job. There's a bunch of stuff going on. There's a bunch of stuff going on right now.
I got you.
I'll fill you in later.
So me, Nick, Risman, Nikki, and Mexican Iron Man will be here tomorrow night for the chill stream.
Nice.
Cool.
That'll be a good panel.
I'll try to
So-
check in for that. I need
Well,
to
come
get Nikki. I tell you what, Nikki, look, this Sunday, this is kind of a relaxed Sunday because it's Father's Day. I'm not trying to line up a bunch of people. I know I wanted to get you on the ladies show a couple of nights ago or a couple of weeks ago. I'll tell you what, Nikki, how's this Sunday for you? Hop on in. We're going to have a good discussion because this is a light Sunday. You have the floor. We'll have fun with you, me, and Pro, and some other guests in that regard. Because the following
You just
Sunday,
do not understand how this human works, do you?
yeah, no, I don't. I'm trying to be nice. I know Nikki wants to come on the show. You queer coded, and he thinks I'm into him. I know you are. That's how this works. But come on this Sunday because otherwise I've got a full panel because the Sunday after this Sunday, the 24th or 25th, I'll tell y'all now, breaking news, we're going to have a very special guest on that Sunday. Eric July is coming on for
Awesome.
the Sunday show to promote ISOM #2. They're already at $1 million in sales after like a day. So Eric's coming in.
Website crashed twice.
Yeah.
They could not keep the traffic off of that website.
Yeah. So cool. I kind of want to have a nice, fun, chill stream this Sunday for Father's Day. Nikki, head on in. All the shit you give me, all the shit I give you, it's all fine. So, any case, yeah, I've got to get to sleep. But thanks for having me on,
bro. Anytime. Glad you came by.
I will try to hop in tomorrow as well.
Do it.
So
I will send the link. We'll have some fun.
We'll do.
We're only going to have like 3 or 4 little topics to talk about, and it's truly a chill stream. So
yeah,
7:00 Central. All right, boys.
I'm looking at Nikki's. I'll think about it. I'll see you later. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, all right. I already know better.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to pop y'all out. Thank y'all for being here, boys. I'll holler at y'all later.
Take care, bro.
X-Wing, give me a call sometime.
Will do.
See ya. All right.
Later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being here at the Chill Stream call-in show tomorrow night. You heard it. Me, Nick, Nikki, Risman, and Mexican Iron Man. The 5 of us will be here. We will be talking The Flash. Nikki, and Mexican Iron Man will both be seeing the movie prior to the call-in or the chill stream. So we'll get their non-spoiler takes on the movie, and we'll be discussing Star Wars and anything that you guys want us to call. So hold up. Angelina, she's still trying to call. All right. Angelina, I'm going to open it up for you right now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Chat, let's give Angelina a chance to call in because she has been trying this whole time. Again, if you're not Angelina, please do not call this time. And this is definitely, this is our last call. So, Angelina, the line is open for you right now. 256-542-1560. So, give me a call. I'm going to do a 59-second countdown twice to give you 2 minutes to give me a call. It'll just keep running there in the top right-hand corner. So, Angelina wants to give us a call. Let's see what she has to say. Do not call if you are not Angelina. She's got to be calling the wrong number. Stop typing in the chat and call, Angelina. Yep, it is time. She could be behind in the stream. She might not be up with us. She might be back. I don't know. Coach with the countdown. Hey, school teacher. Give you a tardy slip. So we're just going to wait. So She's responding to Mars Needs Max. I think she's behind not hearing me right now, not seeing this, if I had to guess. I'm on, yeah. Call now, Angelina. What do y'all think? Am I getting played here? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Catfish game is strong. Call. I'm waiting. There we go. All right, let's see.
Call from Angelina Serini.
Angelina, you are live with Coach. What is up?
Oh, hi. Hi, Coach. I've been trying to call you all day. I just wanted to talk to you. I watch Echo Base Network, and I really like your videos.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I've been seeing you in chat wanting to give us a call. So you are here with us now. I'm glad you were able to make it.
Yeah, thank you. Is it all right if I say a fanfic? Because I'm really good at writing fanfics.
How long is it?
It's not long. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right. What if Anakin tries to hug Leia, but she'd be furious with him? You know, and Luke says, it's okay to hug him. He's our father. Leia saying, I'm not like him. That scum killed our mother. Luke looks at his father with a shocked look on his face. Is that true? Anakin saying, I didn't mean to. I loved her so much. Don't you think I didn't hate myself for what I did? And he would say, I wish there was some way I could take back everything I did. Leia saying, well, you can't. The damage is done, and nothing you can say can change it. Anakin would be upset, you know, and Luke and Leia would argue. And she needs time to forgive her father, saying to Luke, he didn't even want us. Anakin saying, I did want you both very much. I allowed my anger and my lust for power to corrupt my mind.
I love that.
Is that good?
I love that. That's great. So this is a Force ghost Anakin that's talking to Luke and Leia.
Yes.
Yeah, very neat. I think that's very cool. I really do.
Yeah. And
So you wrote that yourself?
yeah.
Very
Are you
neat.
excited for Ahsoka?
I'm excited about having some new Star Wars to watch that could potentially be good. I'm scared that it's not going to be as good as I want it to be.
Okay. You excited for Bad Batch Season 3? Do you think they'll save Omega or maybe Crosshair and they'll bring him back into the group after everything he did?
I think Crosshair will be back for sure.
Yeah, and I never liked Sid anyway. I can't believe she ratted out the Bad Batch to the Empire.
Oh, girl, you really need to talk to Rissman because he's the expert when it comes to Bad Batch. I did watch season 2, and I wasn't a fan of Sid either. And honestly, I don't really like Omega all that much. But I love Crosshair.
Yeah.
I love Crosshair. And I would like
Okay.
to see the team get back together. And I'm actually kind of surprised that we're getting a season 3. I don't know where they're going to go, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited for Ahsoka. I want to see Force Ghost Anakin and Ahsoka reconcile.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see a Force Ghost Anakin and a Luke with Ahsoka conversation.
Yeah.
would
You want
be-
to see Rex or Thrawn?
Absolutely. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any doubt we'll see them both. I think for sure we'll see them.
I will. Yeah. Do you think the new Inquisitor is Ezra corrupted by the dark side? Because it's not the fifth brother.
I don't. I know that there are some people that do think that, and they've been saying that Ezra is going to be a Sith or an Inquisitor for a couple years now. That we
Wow,
would see
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's been around. I don't think so. But who knows?
Oh.
You know, I guess
okay.
anything could happen.
Yeah. You think Barriss Offee will be in there? Because it would make sense if Barriss Offee was in the Ahsoka series.
She's still alive, so I don't see why not. Everybody else is there.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
It's really, good talking to you, Coach. I really watch your videos.
Well, I appreciate it. We like having you around, so I that means a lot to us.
I know. It's really good on live chat,
Well, we've got a lot of good people here, Angelina. Like, there's EBN is a great, great place. So you fit right
Okay.
in with them. You really do.
Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you. I will write lots of good fanfics and send them into Star Wars. My mom thinks I should be a writer.
Cool. That's awesome. You should join our Facebook group and post your fanfics there where everybody could read them.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yep, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
Angelina, it was a pleasure talking to you, and I will see you in chat.
All right. Bye,
All right.
Coach.
Bye-bye. All right, we got her through, everybody. There she was. So that was awesome. Now, we're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. I hope each and every one of you will join me tomorrow night for our chill stream. Myself, Nick, Nikki, Matt Risman, and Mexican Iron Man. The five of us, what could go wrong? Valiant Renegade will probably show up as well, talking all things The Flash, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. You want to be here, we're doing that. And then our regular scheduled show, EBN Live, on Saturday night. Myself and Nick, along with Risman, will be bringing you all the big news stories of the week. And again, things that you want to talk about. We may be doing member pop-ins that night, or a live watch party on Discord following the show. If anything's worthy of a video tomorrow, I will definitely get something out. In the meantime, if you have not already, please go over and subscribe to my channel, Coach's Archives. If you've not done that, I want to plug my channel really fast. I'll go ahead and add a link to it so it'll be easy for you. There's a lot of people that do not know that I've got a channel where I cover non-Star Wars things and occasionally Star Wars things too. But it's right there in chat. So if you will join me, I would greatly appreciate that. And I will definitely get something out on that channel tomorrow, as it's a lot easier to find something that's big in the news, that's trending, rather than just Star Wars all the time. So, which is what we do here. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for being here on our call-in show tonight. If you like the call-ins, let us know. We will definitely do more call-in shows as we go on. We'll do some more next week. Not going to lie, I miss Risman. He will definitely be here on Saturday night. Good night, Coach and chat. Spicy Potato, don't do it. It's all about pantyhose. What? Hank V, Coach has a secret channel. I won't tell Nick. Oh, he knows. He knows. So anyways, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much. We are Echo Base Network. May the force be with you, and I will see you all on Saturday night. See you guys. Coach and Nick from Echo Base Network, thank you so much for being here with us tonight at Echo Base TV, where community happens.